This was just a random guy who challenged me, but he was like, "I'm a fan," and I was like, "Okay." So there's a few pauses here and there because we're chatting. We had a nice little set though. Aw, thank you. Look at that Japanese. Ohayo gozaimasu. Bafkun. Genki desu ka? Very simple sentence. Just towards jab. He mashed towards jab as an anti-air. That shit is impossible to do anything about. If the opponent wants to just not have you jump in, they can do that. It's very difficult to actually jump in if they're doing shit like that. I tried to do shimmy, close strong, but it's very easy to get far strong in that context. Aggressive read by him. Aggressive read by me. I should have done heavy stomp there retrospectively. I could have gotten unblockable on him. I'm very hungry in this matchup. There's the heavy stomp that I should have done, and then I dropped the combo. It's supposed to be close strong, and then I get unblockable. I'm very hungry in this matchup for the OTG. I won't spoil whether the OTG happens in this set, but maybe it does. But I love to go for it. Ugh! I thought I could just get away with parrying once, but I got far medium kick. Gross. Nasty. I would have got far medium punch too, because the activation range is even bigger on that. Or even smaller, rather. It's even closer. How you guys doing? How's it sound? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Here I am playing neutral versus a Dudley. This matchup's pretty even, honestly. Dudley wins in neutral, but Aura wins in conversions. And you're trying to not get knocked over. Nice parry, terrible punish. He should have just come down doing nothing. That was a bit sloppy by me. I saw he was getting hit, and I was just like, okay, let's just convert. And that should have been confirmed. Car throw. I didn't have to do it. I don't know why I did it. That was dash and parry. It looked hella whack. Nice punish by him. Not. I think Dudley can do better. Maybe he can't. And then I eat this. Life lesson in this matchup. Don't eat that. Oh, see, I don't even know that one. This one's Boon. Recognize the Boon. What the fuck is this guy? I don't know that one. Oh, I don't know this one either. I've seen this guy. Definitely seen that guy. Don't know where though. I was probably praising my fucking vocabulary, and now it's just like gone. Now I don't have vocabulary anymore. Very sloppy play by me in this round. I clean up my face as the set goes on. This is a very difficult situation for Dudley to deal with. That's one of the best things he can do, but he was just too far away from it. Sometimes that'll hit Oro, and if it hits Oro, it's great. But if it's too far away to hit Oro, there's nothing really doing. I went for the air throw and it missed. Dudley's jump is so tiny. That'll happen like 4 times where I'll go for the air throw, and then Dudley's just weird jump arc means that because I wasn't perfectly aligned with him, I don't actually air throw him. Fuck Dudley's jump. Dudley would be like a mid-tier character if he had a normal jump. Not actually true. Dudley knockdown situations. You should not parry the Rose. The Rose is a paper tiger, you ignore it. I thought you could walk in close medium kick there, but it's been so long since I blocked that I just forgot. I think you can get it, I just didn't walk far enough. Normally I just take roundhouse there, but actually hit grab is probably the best thing you can do without parrying. I've never really lived that though, to be honest. The parry really does nothing for you if you're not gonna go for a double parry. It just allows you to get opened up by throws. The trick is mostly to block high and watch for lows, because you can react to down roundhouse, but you can't react to towards roundhouse. But if you do that, you'll get lit up by low short. So it's just a guess, honestly. Just don't get knocked over is really the key. I know that sounds really strange, but if you think about it like that, it's actually a lot easier and more fair. Just look for the ways he tries to knock you over. Also, that was the mistake of this guy's life. He dropped a super cancel. It would have been a nice super cancel. You guys have all seen this one before. That was a pretty sloppy unblockable by me. In fact, you might say it wasn't an unblockable. It's alright, I can fix my face. That was just bad. EXDP is a terrible option there. I think he goes for it again at the end. Guy's in the blender. I think that was another EX move. EXDP maybe, we'll never know. Might have been EX machine gun blow actually, because he I think you see more frames of the EXDP because of the invincibility. So it's like some other EX move. Who knows which one. Anyway, I literally like got a reverse perfect just because he dropped one cancel. Ah, that was nice. This guy does a lot of smart stuff. He's very aggressive with the parries, and that can help and hurt. There are some times where I exploit that, where he just jumps in, he's like doing some kind of parry, and it makes him just get eat like a random thing. You can't be permanently parrying, you know what I mean? It's very easy to scope what a parry does for you, but very hard to scope what it opens you up to, especially if you're a newer player. This guy, I should have done a button before that. This guy was talking about how he basically started getting serious with this game during the pandemic. I went for the air throw again, he got hit too early. And then I accidentally used up all my juggle potential. That was really bad. I got a 2-hit close strong. I would have had a much better juggle than that if I didn't do that. I should have just let him bounce on the orb, but that was a really hard decision to make in the moment. I was like nothing I could do to get him off of the orb without using up all my juggle potential. Well, probably he like eats every overhead for whatever reason. Probably I could have that was a good punish. It was the start of a good punish. Or recovers crouching for his uppercut. So you have to do like very particular. This is deliberate credit setup because I have the wrong juggle potential. He does a nice little series of parries. Yes, Q's a fine beginner character. Probably one of the most common beginner characters are, honestly. Oof. He dropped it though. I'm just trying to not eat a super here, but you can tell I'm not doing well. That super cancel would have killed me there. He should just yell at it. Like, fuck confirming. Hello. That's not how you win. Going for aggressive parries. He does a lot of low short to tech throws instead of low jab, which is a very nice thing to do. Not the right thing to do, but I got only okay damage from it. I got an air to air, which meant that I was JP3 from that, and then I got 2 hits of orb. So we got air reset, and I still had extra hits, but I couldn't do anything meaningful. I had no like convert into a super or anything. I had like no crouch fear super or anything like that. And then he threw the rose and hit me with an overhead, and I died. If you've ever fought a Dudley, you probably know that feel. Yeah, Q's game plan is super simple. Instead of looking for like other confirms, I mean you do look for super confirms, but generally you're looking for taunt confirms. And taunt confirming is very straightforward. It's just like land any of these 6 attacks, and then be kind of mindful of certain characters with full screen stuff, like Chun-Li SA2 or Makoto SA2 or something like that. Q is definitely very parry reliant. Yes. Well, yes. For most of Oro's matchups, I say 2 is a little bit better, or they're near identical in utility. Jumping over him was probably the better play there, but I went for stuff instead. Air throw. If I can cross someone up in the corner, that means I can get unblockables on them in neutral by doing a super and then jumping over them as they're in the corner. And that's actually a really hard mix-up for a lot of characters to deal with. I'm doing it a lot in this matchup, for example. So if I can't jump over someone in the corner, that makes Stones a little bit more... It makes SA2 a little bit less good. And that actually goes for combos, too, because you don't get an unblockable if you touch the corner. If you're going towards the corner, you have to be mid-screen to get SA2 unblockables. Oops, so supposed to be close strong. No, Stones, you can go either way on Urian. They're both good. That would have been terrible if he cancelled that. I think in this round we like both almost dizzy each other, like repeatedly. No, yes, maybe. I think I just almost dizzy him and then just can't convert. I got 1 hit only. I should have cancelled it. What was I saying? Sloppy play by me. Oh yeah, there's other things. How much screen position you need to get an unblockable. Some characters you can go for heavy super or medium super, and you don't need very much real estate to go for those, which means they work at most positions when you start the unblockable. That makes SA2 more preferable, but some characters you need like you need a ton of space, like Chun-Li and Makoto. You need to use light super on them and Urian. Practically speaking, there's always a parry out, but Oro has mixes if he predicts the parry. Used up the juggle potential with my normal. And then all 4 hits of super. Didn't quite have... I actually committed after or pre-freeze there, but I thought I didn't. Kind of sucked. I did like a shimmy. Ooh, why is he not canceling these? Stay around houses. Went for parry. I think I was too early. It actually hit really late. I could have done an easy post-freeze parry there, but I just missed it. Oro does... Oh, him throwing me? That's like... I don't know. That's pretty standard. That's just Tenli in general. I did my best not to... It's scary to tech those throws, but it's a mix-up with her low forward, and she can throw me from outside my throw range. She can do that with like every character. But generally speaking, there's not a lot of commitment to a throw. Like, I can't read a throw and then get a close strong, but I can read like a far fierce and get a close strong, potentially. Or like I can read like a jump in stump something and get a close strong. You really don't want to do anything that leads to you eating a close strong when you're fighting Oro. So you really want to only land things that just don't have that kind of commitment to them. So having your offense be throws is fairly standard. And if I get reset to neutral, it's okay for him because like Chun-Li wins neutral in that matchup. I have to like land combos in order to hang on. I could have parried that on reaction, but I did not. I was not ready for it at all. Help. That is a lot of damage. Don't eat those. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil that I've already lost every round that I'm gonna lose this match, or every match I'm gonna lose this set rather. It will only be winning from here on out. So if you got attached to watching this guy win, sorry. That was really... I expected him to parry, so I went for an anti-parry setup. But if they don't parry, it actually takes way longer to hit. That was just a drop. Was it? Or no? I think I started with stomp, didn't I? I had to do that. I already forgot how that played out. When they parry an anti-air fireball, very little recovery. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I remember. I missed EX Super. EX Super just killed him. I just dropped a kill combo. I've generally been pretty good about that lately, about my super cancels. I used to be really bad at them, but now I'm pretty reliable. And I got it here. Sad, though. I wanted to get it in the earlier scenario. It would have been really nice. Get an EX Super kill combo. That's exactly the scenario where EX Super is preferred to regular Super for SA2. Is when EX Super leads to a kill combo, but SA2, regular SA2 just leads to an unblockable. The kill combos are more reliable than the unblockables. Doesn't leave the possibility of them parrying out. Yeah, Oro has a low profile dash. It actually is so low profile for its like first frame that you can go under fireballs. I use that in a lot of matchups. It's very nice versus Ibuki SA1, for example. And a few other random things. A lot of pokes. Oro Yang. It's, honestly, it's probably pretty even. I don't like playing it, but Oro fights Yang the same way most characters fight Yang. Which is just like maybe some trades, maybe like pokes in neutral and then aggressive parrying. Oro Yang is probably 5-5. That was a bad setup. No, that was starting with stomp. That was the correct setup. This one I had nothing to do there. I think I think I was too far away for close strong, and then I just like flubbed. Stupid stuff happened. Nice whip punish. It didn't do the thing. It's because I killed him. Sad. I usually pick Stones in that matchup. That's another thing, is if I don't have chicken combo on twins, Stones is reliable damage when I get a parry, and Booger is just, it's really hard to get the meter, and it's really hard to make it do something. Because you don't have regular chicken combo on twins, that hit twice. That like never ever hits twice on Dudley. I have no idea what happened there. Complete mystery. Maybe I just had a weird amount of juggle potential and I wasn't paying attention. This guy was ranked B. He played like a B. Played pretty well. Maybe close to A. Ooh, I could have died there. I mean, that's true for every character. Stones are like good in neutral too. There's always just a little danger you activate and then you like eat a hit. It's unlikely, but it can happen. That was very telegraphed. I'm surprised you let me do it, but maybe some matchup inexperience. Again, I had the wrong number of hits. Sloppy. I attacked too late when I landed. It doesn't truly mean anything. There's hit stun scaling and juggles in this game. There's an invisible counter, and the higher the counter gets, the less frames you have to combo before they become invincible to juggles. SA1 is pretty much useless. The only matchup where it has even meme use is Denshin Ryu, because you can use it. You can use the X version to go through a Denshin. You're looking for him, but he dropped it. Or is recovering for the crutching of that, so you have to crutch for your punish. I mean, crutch on his punish. Once the number gets to about 6 or 7, it becomes almost impossible to pick up a combo, a juggle. And then every number that launches, even if it doesn't launch, every attack in the game has like an invisible number that it adds to the counter. As long as the opponent is not touching the ground. So for example, air to air, the opponent is not touching the ground. And most air to air normals add 3 per hit. I should have just jumped over him into the corner. It's a nice parry though. And then a nice swap to blocking. See there, I expected a parry and I went for low short, but the setup I went for relies on the parry. I didn't have time to combo low short into stand strong because he didn't parry. And then that was the worst DP in the whole fucking universe. It was only the worst because I parried it. Otherwise it would have been great. Ugh. I did parry into stand strong and he just sent him to jump throw. That's the mix. Aggressive jump in parry by me, and then land parry, and then I got lit up by low roundhouse. Ugh, I think I tried to parry that and just missed it. I meant it on parry into button and then like eat during the button. I don't remember what happened. Surprised he ate that. I'm just getting punched all over the place in this matchup. Hi. Oh, the drop. That was bad. That was horrible. It's very bad. And then that was even worse. However bad I played. Yeah, it's 3 bars. Can Dudley break the booger with SA3? Yes, and occasionally it's the right decision. They didn't know about cross-up unblockables, I'm pretty sure. The real question is what the fuck is the intended use of Aura's booger? Because without the cross-up unblockables, it's very mediocre. But I'm sure that they thought that just Aura players would find some weird shit to do. That was block early air normal and then me go for parry. That's like a really strange scenario that often works against a lot of players. See, I did it again there. You do a deliberately bad button that gives them time to press a button back. It's vulnerable to throws. I easily could get thrown there. Aegis, almost certainly they were aware of the corner pressure. They just weren't aware of the unblockable pressure. Aegis corner pressure was figured out day 1. Aegis was like the best super like immediately for Urian. It's just that the potential got much deeper as in the first few years the game was out, as people found new shit. Mostly just wanted neutral that previous round. I could be playing neutral a lot harder against this guy and trying to win there, but instead I'm being super aggressive with the parries because, you know, it's basically an instant win if I land them. It technically does the reflecting thing well. Yeah, Booger gives you a similar mix-up to Mirror, but the only 4 hits really kind of blows. I forget what that was. I think it was... No, I don't know what that was. Oh, I got an EX Fireball trying to get EX Uppercut. I was trying to do EX Uppercut Super, so the motion for that is kind of weird. It's charged down back into up forward punches. So if you fuck up the motion, it's very easy to get an EX Fireball. You do a quarter circle for the initial EX uppercut. You quarter circle from down back to up forward. Or you can just do it from down to up forward to avoid that. I don't normally do that though. SF5 I preferred even in like Season 2 to SF4. Super jump cancel super. I was a little caught off guard there, so I just did a regular non-high meter setup. And then I don't know why the fuck I did that. I think I was too close to the corner. I was just like, okay, let's do some weird reset that he's never seen. Stamronos might have dizzied him. Oh well. Honestly, even Season 1, I think I preferred to USF4. I think the nanosecond they put, like, Guile in the game, I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. Laura, I was like 50-50. I was like, these games are, you know, I'm interested to where SF5 is going. But once I was playing Guile, I was like, yeah. I don't know what his fucking mix up there. That was a deliberate whiff, but it looked hella stupid. I don't like it. Like, I shouldn't have done it. I tried to do whiff overhead into low, and it just, like, it didn't work at all, I feel. I had no meter for an additional unblockable there. So the combo I did is max dizzy and damage. I think. Well, it's definitely max dizzy anyway. People always call charge storage and charge buffering charge partitioning. Charge storage is like when you're the brief little period where you retain charge after letting go back. That's in every Street Fighter. EX. Oh, I dropped that combo. He just wasn't blocking. I tried to get stand medium kick, which is faster, and I dropped it. I forget what I was gonna say. Charge storage is in every Street Fighter. Charge buffering is in every Street Fighter. Charge buffering is kind of the same thing. Or rather, charge buffering is a huge overarching term. And a lot of different things kind of go into it. Yeah, stand like kick flash. Stand like kick boom too. Occasionally see that one. Ugh. I should have canceled it, but I thought it would be 2 hits. Stand strong was honestly better there. I don't know why I did that. I like put him in the corner, and I was just like, okay, this is good. And then it was just like, why don't I just, you know, chicken and start building some meter. It was a nice parry. Good punish too. And then that happened. And now I'm like, okay, do it again. Okay, Mr. Magic Man. And then again, I went. That was an anti-parry setup, but he just didn't. See, that was he did neutral jump parry on the way down, and he was just really vulnerable because he was in parry lock right there, and he didn't block. And then that was me jumping parry, and he just hit a button. Apparently, he jumped and hit forward there. He said his timing might have been off, but he thinks that it might have hit in the back. Sometimes you can do a forward parry there and have it work, even though it hits on the other side. But that was apparently not one of those times. Hi. That's pretty nasty, because if I did light DP, it would have hit on the front. I really want light super there, because it's the hardest one for him deducting through. But he actually just clean jumped over it, and even me predicting that, I couldn't like do anything about it, so that was kind of lame. Then I just kind of hit him with stuff. I don't like proximity normals. My stance has always been proximity normals are bad, but the solution was not removing half of all normals, which was the solution they did for SF5. Like, most characters had close and far normals standing in SF4. And for, like, all their normals, or at least a lot of them. And that would be, like, 5 to 6 command normals per character. 4 to 6, maybe 3 to 6. And it's not 3 to 6 command normals per character in SF5. Just about every character, like, lost normals. What normals did Aura lose? There's a button that's missing. Are they all there? I think they're all there. Some of them are a bit different. But I think they're all present. Hi. The normals that are good for Aura are completely different in SF5 versus SF3. Nice. Oh, you can OS double parry there, and I don't. Not even saying I didn't, I just don't. I'm bad. That was probably a pretty fair trade for me, honestly. It's a good trade for him, because he burned meter, and I mean, I burned meter, and he didn't. But we probably did about the same damage to each other. Fightcade saves every replay. Normally by this point I like switch to SA3, and just play with that, because it's kind of more fun to play with. But SA2 I'm pretty sure is optimal in this matchup. You could honestly go either way, but SA2 is generally better. Dudley you can use heavy super. He's one of very few characters where you can use heavy super pretty reliably. He's the only character who gets one bounce on heavy super. The other characters where you use heavy super, they either get one or two, or they do two bounces with a good setup afterward. But Dudley gets one bounce, and one bounce is ideal. You want to do whatever the heaviest super version is that still allows for one bounce, is the idea. Light super gets one bounce on everyone, I'm pretty sure. So you use light super as a last resort. Very aggressive by me. Sloppy, sloppy. I burned it. Fuck it. I was going to get to 10 and then stop playing this guy, and then I kind of got here and I realized it was already 10. That was kind of a weird setup, but that's actually probably one of the best things I could have done there. That's a very long knockdown, and I need to back up and get a super. That was kind of cool! That's why you do stay medium kick after instead of stand strong. I did a super jump here, but actually it's better to do. And also I went for stand strong almost too early, and then I was just like, I'm going to cash out with a parry, but he didn't even attack. Yeah, I've done that in tournament, and people laugh. It's funny. Throw an EX fireball, then super jump, double jump, and the opponent can't see the fucking fireball. Anyway, in this one, I was like, right here, we see the pause. We're chatting. I tell him this is going to be our last one. I told him not to let me get 10 in a row. And he was like, righto. He was like, Roger. He didn't say either of those things. I forget what he said. Got you, I think. I like Oro in 5, but I haven't been playing 5 much. I played him a little bit, like a few days ago. Yeah, Oro's Fireball is kind of deceptive too. Unconfirmed. That was an early heavy punch. That really does nothing to do an early heavy punch. It's just bad. Should have OS parried again. It makes it more reactable, and I lose a hit. I don't have any kind of cool meaty stuff. I don't have enough active frames. Aura probably has the most interesting design in SF5. I don't think he's the best, but he's interesting. But maybe that's just the Aura player in me. If you want a character you can really dig around in, he's probably one of the best. Roundhouse is better after I parry that. Stand Strong was probably available there. I went for red parry and I dropped it. You get close strong if you get red parry there. Once again, went for red parry and dropped it. I think I get close strong either way in that setup, but I just did it, you know. I just wanted red parry because I dropped it the first time. And then I dropped it the second time too. So this is our last round. I'm leaving after this, so he's got to get something here. Yo! Boom! Boom! There it was. Got an OTG in a real match versus a Dudley player. And then I drop a super here. Yeah, it's guaranteed. Dudley can't quick stand out of that. It works even if he quick stands. That should have just been close strong. I don't know what it should have been. Light kick? Low light kick, then close strong. I think I had time there. It simply hits even if he quick stands. Or like the hit happens before the quick stand. Or something. Anything. The super OTGs, yeah. And then you can combo out of it. If you air throw Dudley into a super, and it works with both Stones and Booger. Yeah, I don't get close strong after Dudley super unless I red parried lost it. Anyway, now we're just fucking talking and then we stop. So, you know, that's enough of that one.